these men had a very different vacation experience. What is your name, please?
My name is William Curator.
My name is William Curator.
My name is William Curator.
Only one of these men had a very different vacation experience. The other two are imposters, and we'll try to fool our panel. Marcus Stancy, Tony Barbero, Jesse Paletta, and Gary Webb. On today's edition of Imposters, brought to you by Ham's Beer.
You know, a lot of beers today have a taste you can't quite get hold of. Here's a beer with a taste you can really get hold of. Hams. Drink deep and discover what Hams drinkers have known for over 100 years.
A beer is 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 a beer until you've tasted Hams.
Now that summer's heat is up and kicking, stop in at Keno's. Located in the business district of Brook Park, Keno's is one of the best kept secrets in town. Not only does Keno's offer a weekly bike day and bike night, but one of the area's only double happy hour. Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. for all the third shift workers whose night is just starting, as well as 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. And with daily hot homemade lunch specials, all request DJ, karaoke every Friday, and live music on Saturdays. Need we say more? Keno's.
Wow, what's that aftershave you're wearing?
Your high karate aftershave is so powerful, it drives women right out of their minds. That's why we have to put instructions on self-defense in every package. High karate, the brisk splash-on aftershave that smooths and soothes and cools. High karate, aftershave, cologne, and gift sets. High karate, be careful how you use it.
See this cute little vial here? It's crack, rock cocaine, the most addictive form. You think it's the glamour drug of the 80s? Well, that's the point of this friendly little reminder. It can kill you. And if you've got to die for something, this sure as hell ain't it.
Here's the host of Imposters, Craig Mad Dog Madron.
Thank you. Welcome to Imposters, the game show that pits 4 exalted panelists against 1 honest American and 2 filthy, dirty liars. Are you guys ready for today's game?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
All right. Are you ready for today's game?
Yes, we
are.
are.
Okay. Guests, are you ready for today's game?
Yes, we are.
It's nice to meet all of you. Now, follow along with me as I read the affidavit. I, William Curator, experienced a very unusual vacation in Puerto Rico a few years ago. After checking into the hotel the first day, I did the usual tourist activities. I toured the city, gambled in the casino, and swam in the hotel pool and the ocean. A great start to my vacation. When I woke up on the second day, I had the worst abdominal pains imaginable. I was rushed to a local hospital emergency room. I was diagnosed with appendicitis, and later that day, my appendix was removed. After 4 more days in the hospital, I was released in time for my return flight home. A few days later, I felt the exact same pain. I went to a hospital in Cleveland where I was informed that I was misdiagnosed. My pain was actually from a kidney stone too large to pass by itself. I underwent lithoplasty and a medical procedure in which laser beams are used to break apart the stone into smaller pieces that can pass naturally over the next few days. Surgery was not needed. I was released after 2 days. Happy ending. Signed, William Curator. Now we're going to begin the question and answer session with one of our exalted panelists, Tony Barbero. Am I pronouncing that correctly, Tony?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Well, why don't you have at it?
All right, contestant number 1. Can you describe the pain? What did it actually feel like?
Excruciating, doubled over, nausea. Actually can't stand up when you're walking. It's just real terrible pain. Actually, dry heaving if you have no food in you. It's terrible, really.
Okay, good answer. Number 2, what year did this happen?
This happened in 2003.
2003. Okay, number 3, can you spell your last name?
Curitore.
Number 2, can you stand up and show me exactly where the worst pain was when you were going through this?
Sure. Located right about here is where they actually entered. It was full abdominal pain, though, pretty much spreading from here to here.
Okay. Number 1, do you remember the name of the hotel you stayed at?
Yes, I do. Marriott.
Marriott.
All right, that's all the time we have for Tony. Marcus Dancy. Marcus, go to town, buddy.
All right. Number 1, what's your name?
William Curator.
Okay. Number 2, where is your scar at again?
It's located approximately 3 inches above my hip bone.
Okay. You say you had a kidney stone?
Correct.
Okay. Is your kidney right there?
The kidneys are located on the back side.
Okay. 3, where's your scar at?
Right around this area, pretty much the abdominal area, the central abdominal area.
Okay. 1, same question.
Right here.
Okay. Okay, how many scars do you have, number 3?
I actually have 2 scars. A while before that, I actually had a surgical procedure done for an ulcer in my stomach that had perforated. So there's the 1 scar, and there's actually the scar that's just above it.
Okay. All right, how long were you in the hospital?
Thank you, Marcus. And keep in mind, Marcus is not an actual doctor, but for the right price, he will play one. Jesse Panspoletta, you're next, man.
All right, contestant number 1. Did you drink the water in Puerto Rico?
You're probably referring to Montezuma's percent. As little as possible.
Okay, that's good. Number 2, what was the scale, I'd say, on like a 1 to 10, the pain?
I would put it at a solid 8.
A solid 8, okay. Number 3, did they give you any prescriptions for the pain?
Not at all. In fact, as soon as the surgery ended and a few days later, I was on a plane and I was back home. So.
Okay, number 1, where did you fly to in Puerto Rico?
San Juan.
San Juan. And what tourist attractions did you?
Actually, what I got into and was able to do was just kind of play around with the gaming for a while, roulette and some blackjack, and then in the evening just kind of got some rest.
Okay. Let's see here. Number 2, did you do it?
Sorry, Jesse. I'm sure that was going to be another question about prescriptions and pills. Gary Webb, you're up next.
Thanks, Craig.
Let's start the minute.
Panelist number 1, contestant number 1, how old were you when this happened?
45.
45, okay. Same question, number 2.
I would have been 20.
20, okay. Number 3, same question.
Same as him.
Same as him, 20.
Yes.
Okay. Now, contestant number 1, when you had the second procedure done to get rid of the kidney stones, was it an invasive procedure? Was there an incision made?
Actually, they use what they call a catheter style deal, where they actually take a catheter up the urethra, which is and they go ahead and do the laser, and at that point they send frequency laser up there and then explodes. And at that point then you just pass it naturally.
Okay. Number 3, have you had any kidney stone problems since that time?
Thankfully, I have not. That was the only one I have had in my life thus far, and Lord willing, I won't have it again.
Okay. Number 2, was there any talk of maybe a lawsuit against the hospital in Puerto Rico?
All right, that's the end of that minute, and that will conclude our panelists' questions. Right now, the panelists are done asking questions, and we're going to ask them to mark their ballots. Panelists, you can mark number 1, number 2, or number 3. Keep in mind there are no changes or consultations amongst each other. And our team of guests will receive 5 intern hours for each incorrect vote you make. So let's give these guys a second or 2 here to mark their ballots. Everybody ready? Tony Barbero, you're the first man on deck.
I made my choice with number one. I think he just sounded more knowledgeable. Being a former kidney stone person, I know pain number 8. I guess number 2 said it was only about rated on a scale of 8, and there's no way it's about a 20 if you've ever had one.
On a scale of 10.
On a scale of 10, I went with number 1.
All right, number 1 it is. Thank you, Tony. Marcus.
I also went with number 1, like him. Even if he is the imposter, he sounded like he knew more of what he was talking about than, I guess, the one who isn't. And also, number 2 pointed to his kidney right here, and kidneys in the back.
Right. Everybody knows the kidney is nearest the shoulder. That's true.
Exactly.
Thank you, Marcus. Number 1. All right. Jesse, what do you got?
I went with number 1 as well. He flew into San Juan. That's what sold me. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. He started talking about the urethra, and he seemed like he knew this had happened to him or something before. Yeah, that's why. All right, Craig, it's number 1.
Okay. Nobody's saying. All right, number 1 it is. Jesse, Gary, you want to round this out with a unanimous vote?
Yes, let's do that.
Number 1.
The reason I voted for number 1 actually was when I asked how old he was, he kind of mumbled to himself, okay, this happened in 2005, so I was, and he counted backwards in years instead of just knowing an answer right off the top of his head. That's what convinced me.
The kind of guy you want to be at a poker table with, huh?
No.
Okay. All right, sir. Well, the votes are in. Everything's been counted. Minds are made up. It's time to find out who the real William Curator is. Can the real William please stand up? Oh, William, thank you. Terrific. William, can you expand a little bit on the story for us?
Basically, I got down there on a Friday, spent the whole first day doing what was said, woke up the next morning, and I couldn't move anything above my my lower abdomen area. So they rushed me to a hospital, and just so you guys know, if you're ever in Puerto Rico, don't get sick. Don't get taken to the emergency room. I'm not sure if anybody's been to an emergency room. They give you that plastic urinal deal. Yeah, they gave me one, and it was filled with someone else's urine. So.
Oh, terrific. Yeah. Puerto Rican hospitality. All right.
And
just for one of our panelists' sake, what kind of pills did they give you? Do you have any left?
They didn't give me any pills.
Really?
No, the fact is, I was down there, and the people I was with, they're like, all right, get the operation and let's get the hell off this island. And that was their exact words.
All right, well,
and I couldn't agree with them more. You know.
Terrific job, William. Nice to meet you. Number 2, who the hell are you and what do you do?
My name is Jeff Mitchum. I live in Akron, work at a bar in Akron. Never been to San Juan or Puerto Rico. So.
Well, I don't blame you.
Never had a kidney stone, so I couldn't tell you how much they hurt.
All right. Well, it's nice to meet you. And contestant number 1, you seem to be the most popular guy here on the panel. What is it, and what is it you do, and who are you?
Rick Demore. I'm a contractor. I've had a few kidney stones, and they gave me Dilaudid for mine, my last one that I had. So it was pretty good. And as far as the procedure, I just know the procedure.
All right.
Hey, Rick, did you get him treated here?
Yes,
That's what I thought. Okay, that makes sense.
Here in the United States.
I didn't have abdominal surgery, so I...
See? Even more of a reason. There you go.
Yep.
Well, it's nice to meet all 3 of you, and since there were 4 incorrect votes, each of the contestants here on our panel will be getting a total of 20 intern hours apiece, which can be redeemed at the Ohio Center for Broadcasting or any JJ giveaway location in the United States. All right. And we'll be back here on Imposters with another round of panelists after these messages.
Oh, you're the opera star. Will you help me keep the ladies from squeezing Charmin bathroom tissue?
Sure! Please don't squeeze the Charmin in the store.
Oh, but Charmin is so soft.
I can't resist it.
It has such deep down squeezable softness.
Nice fragrance.
Please don't squeeze the Charmin. Olga, you'll never sing for me again.
Mr. Whippo.
VD is for everybody, not just for the few. Anyone can share VD with someone nice as you. VD is for everybody, darling, have no doubt that anyone can get VD. That's what it's all about.
If you're curious or confused, get information or a pamphlet at most pharmacies or a health clinic. If you need help, see a doctor.
Quaker Steak and Lube is home of the best wings in the USA, with over 20 award-winning sauces to satisfy everyone's taste buds. Tuesday is the all-you-can-eat buffet, and Wednesday night is the biggest bike night around. Daily food and drink specials can be enjoyed indoors or on our large outdoor patio. Located on Canal Road in Valley View, Quaker Steak and Lube can also be found on the internet at www.quakersteakandlube.com. That's Quaker Steak and Lube, home of the best wings in the USA.
One of these women performed before thousands of people. What is your name, please?
My name is Carol Rosbow.
My name is Kara Rosbow.
My name is Carol Rosbow.
Well, now let me read the affidavit for Carol Rosbow. I, Carol Rosbow, was a competitive figure skater beginning at the age of 8. I was seen in shows that were televised and have traveled throughout the United States in skating competitions. During my years of figure skating, I won many bronze and silver medals. But my most memorable competition was held in Columbus, Ohio, where I won 2 gold medals in one competition. My dreams of skating on the Olympic level and winning an Olympic medal were all shattered by personal injuries. Signed, Kara Rosbow. All right. Well, we're going to begin once again with our team of panelists. Tony Barbero, would you like to start things off for us?
I guess I could. Question number one. Panelist number one. Can you tell me what the ridges on the front of a skate are called?
The toe pick?
Okay, same question number 2.
The toe pick?
Same question number 3.
Toe pick.
Okay, number 2. Can you tell me the difference between a Lutz and an aerial?
You know, it's been so long, I don't really remember.
Okay, number 3, do you have any idea?
I actually never did a Lux. And the aerial, you spin in the air a few times.
Okay, number 1, do you agree with number 3?
I'm sorry?
Number 1, do you agree with number 3?
It's the way you perform the jump.
Okay, is an aerial, do you have one skate on the ground or none? Number 1.
Are you talking about when you go into it?
Into an aerial.
Only on one.
Okay. Number 2, can you name any manufacturers of women's skates?
Thank you, Tony. That's all the time we have. Your minute is up. Not a former skater, Tony, but with all the grace of one. Thank you very much. Marcus, you must know something about skating, former hockey player, right?
Yep.
All right, let's get started. Start the minute.
Number 1, are you from Cleveland?
Yes, I am.
Number 2, are you from Cleveland?
No.
Number 3, are you from Cleveland?
Yes.
Where did you ice skate?
I started at the Euclid ice skating rink and then went over to North Olmsted.
Okay. 1, where did you ice skate?
North Olmsted and Winterhurst.
Okay. Did you take lessons, number 1?
Yes.
Did you take lessons, number 2?
Yes.
Did you take lessons, number 3?
Yes.
What is the first level called, number 3?
Oh boy. I don't remember. I just remember.
What's the first level called, number 2?
Beginners.
What is the first level called? 1.
You know what? I do not recall.
Okay. Number 1, what are figure 8s?
That's when you make 8s on the ice using your outside and inside edges.
Number 2, same question.
When you make, use your inside, outside edges.
Okay, number 3, what's a shot?
All right, thank you, Marcus. It's like a grand jury around here. All right, Pants, what do you got for us?
Well, I used to be a former figure skater myself. So what is the ISU? Number 1.
I'm not sure.
Number 2, what's the ISU?
I have no idea.
Number 3? Nobody knows. Okay, great. Number 1, what is a compulsory figure?
A compulsory figure?
Yeah.
When you make 3 loops instead of 2.
Okay. Number 2, what does a pair team consist of?
Pardon?
A pair team, what does that consist of?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? Number 3, what does a pair team consist of?
2 people.
2 people, okay. Number 1, what does a pair team consist of?
2 people.
Okay. Let's see here. Number 2, what's a camel spin?
It's like you bend your knees and you spin.
Okay, number 1, what's a camel spin?
It's kind of like when your body's horizontal, with one leg up, one leg on the ice.
Okay. And, okay.
All right, Pants, your minute is up, and may I say, I am shocked.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Former figure skater.
But I can tell. I would have never guessed that one. All right, Gary, you a former figure skater too?
Yes, I am.
You before Pants, I would guess. Gary, start your minute, man.
Thank you. Contestant number 1, what injuries did you sustain that caused you to stop skating?
I had many injuries. The one that kept me from going back was dislocated both my kneecaps.
Okay. Number 2, same question.
I tore my ACLs in my legs.
Okay. And number 3, same question to you as well.
Dislocated my knees.
Dislocated your knees. Okay. Contestant 2, how old were you when you actually started skating, like learning to skate, taking lessons?
About 8.
About 8. Okay. So you started competitively skating right out of the gate. That's awesome. Number 3, what was your coach's name?
Jenny Mellon.
Okay. Contestant number 1, did you ever do any Olympic trials?
No.
No Olympic trials. Number 2, did you ever skate pairs, couples skating?
No.
No. Number 3, same question. Number 1.
No.
No. Okay. When you how did you dislocate your knee?
All right, that is the end of the minute, and thus the end of the questions as we've gone through all 4 panelists. Now it's time for the panelists to mark down their decisions on their piece of paper, 1, 2, or 3, and we're going to figure out which one of these lovely guests is the real Kara Rosbaugh. Tony Barbero, let's start with you. What do you say?
I again went with number 1.
Number 1. Why'd you do that?
Well, the first question I asked was about the ridges, and she knew the answer right away. I think maybe the other 2 might have just copied her answer, not knowing what they were called.
Okay.
She just seemed the most knowledgeable in skating. That's it.
All right. Sounds good. Marcus, how about you?
I chose number 1 too.
Number 1.
Because she said that she skated at Winterhurst, and I know for a fact from experience of a sibling, that's where the competitions are held.
Okay.
Winterhurst. And not many people know the answer to that rink, the name of that rink.
Well, we got a ringer on the panel today. All right. Pants, what about you?
I also went with number 1. She knew what the camel spin was. I give you props for the camel spin there, and she looks like a skater.
I think her and you knew what the camel spin was. All right, that's contestant number 1. Okay, Gary, you're the last guy.
Just to not be that guy, I went with number 3. just to be different.
Okay, number 3 gets 1 vote. Just to be different.
Just
that's
to be
it.
different.
No rhyme or reason.
None of them really seemed to have that much knowledge of a lot of the intricacies of the sport, so I just kind of threw it up there.
Okay. Well, we are going to find out who the real Kara Rosbaugh is right after these messages from your local sponsor.
Hello, folks. I'm John Wayne. You know, with America's bicentennial coming up, we'll be hearing a lot about our early history and making some discoveries. For instance, did you know that when we made the Louisiana Purchase, the money came from loans by the American people? The same thing was true when we bought Alaska, when we built our first transcontinental railroad. Fact is, citizens have been investing their dollars to help America grow ever since 1776. And they're still doing it today with their purchases of United States savings bonds. Buying bonds builds security for yourself as well as your country, and that's not a bad combination. So how about making yourself a part of that 200-year tradition? Take stock in America with United States savings bonds. Thank you.
Duffy, you're supposed to watch for Charmin squeezers. I'm watching. Stay alert. Yes, sir.
Oh, Charmin bathroom tissue. Yeah. Charmin is so squeezably soft, I can't resist it.
Ladies, please.
Deep down, squeezable softness.
And it smells good, too. This squeezing must stop, Duffy.
Oh, but he couldn't resist it.
Not every man can. So I see, Mr. Whipple, so I see.
Men who flirt with death. The daredevil novellis who speed through hoops of flame. Johnny Fisher, who daringly hangs upside down thousands of feet above the ground. Sir James Terwilliger, who tempts the fates as he flaps his wings in futile flight. And Jerry Ross, who hasn't had a medical checkup in over 10 years.
Don't live dangerously. We want to wipe out cancer in your lifetime.
All right, welcome back to Imposters. And the ballots have been cast. We found out who everybody voted for. Remember, this is for up to 20 intern hours for our illustrious guests. We have 3 votes for contestant number 1 and 1 vote for contestant number 3. Did I get that right? I think I did. At this time, let's find out who the real Kara Rosbaugh is. Would the real Kara Rosbaugh please stand up?
I guess we should have went into more detail about what this
All right. Kara, it's nice to meet you. Would you like to expand a little bit on your story?
I just started young. I had dreams of going to the Olympics, but unfortunately, I dislocated both my kneecaps and was never able to get the strength to continue. And that's it.
Do you still skate?
I do with my daughters.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much. And contestant number 2, what is your name and what do you do?
My name is Jennifer Rose, and I currently wait tables at the moment.
Okay. Contestant number 3, how about you?
My name is Christy Ward, and I do ultrasound.
Ultrasound. Okay, terrific.
Oh, I need some of that right now.
And that's all the time we have today. I would like to thank our panelists. I would like to thank our guests, as each of them have received 5 intern hours from the Ohio Center for Broadcasting that you can use in any way you like. Thank you once again from myself, Mad Dog Madron, from Julie Norwood, and the rest of the panel. Thank you very much. Join us next time on Imposters.
This program has been brought to you by Charmin and Hans Beer. This program is a student production of the Ohio and Illinois Center for Broadcasting.